Om Shanno Mitra Shanvaruna Shanno Bhavattaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnu Rurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Prattaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Prattaksham Brahma Vadishyami Dhritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Malavika, Maharaj, please start.
Yes. Let us begin as usual with our Guru Pranam. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Yes, welcome to everyone for this Tat Padam's, the second Sunday class. So in the second Sunday, we discuss some of the dedicated disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. And as you all know, on the fourth Sunday, we discuss on the book for seekers of God. This also is based, this class also is based on a book only. I think somebody...
Yeah, Maharaj, for everybody's convenience, what is the book to be followed, Maharaj?
Yes, thank you, Kanti. This is book it's called They Lived with God. It was written by Swami Chaitrananji Maharaj, who is the head of St. Louis in USA. This Swami has written two very great books which are very, very helpful to our spiritual life. One is God Lived with Them. That's a big volume. And in the same equal volume size, you can say another book, They Lived with God. This They Lived with God gives life incidents of those people who are closely associated with Sri Ramakrishna. So we have seen Rani Lakshmimani's life, a few instances, and also Mathurnath Vishwas, and also Hridayaram Chattopadhyay. Today we are going to take up the life of Lakshmi Devi. Now what we are doing is, you see, 1 hour for one life is not actually enough. So if you have to go very in detail, then it will take 2-3 classes. But what I'm doing is, I'm only giving a gist of the life so that you get the interest and then you start reading that book for yourself. In that way, that it is more beneficial to all the persons. So that when we read the book, sometimes what is happening or striking to me may not be exactly striking to you. Some ideas may strike you, so familiar ideas. So for instance, today I was reading Lakshmi Devi's life as written by Swami Chaitrananji. One reference came about Kadamba flowers, Kadamba tree. So immediately my mind ran, because in northern India and southern India, we find a trend of using the tree for a particular religious purpose. For instance, in northern India, you can see, including Bengal and West, I'm telling, Bombay, you'll see Kadamba tree is closely associated with Sri Krishna's activities. Most of the activities or Leela of Sri Krishna are found under the Kadamba tree. So the Kadamba flower has become very important. While In the south, it is exactly opposite. It is Kadamba tree is closely associated with the Tripura Sundari, with Devi Bhagavati or Parvati. So you find, immediately I remembered the last time when I went to Madurai. So in the Madurai temple outside, because Meenakshi is there, there is a beautiful Kadamba tree, properly fenced, and the tree is still there. It grows in a very beautiful form. And particularly the flowers are like balls. And it is said the mother used to pluck, Divine Mother used to pluck these balls and play with their sakhis. And at Kadamba tree, she is called the Kadamba Vana Vasini. So Durga or Devi, that Tripura Sundari, is very closely associated with Kadamba. But here in northern India we find, in eastern India as well, that Kadamba tree is closely associated with Sri Krishna. So wherever Krishna temple is there, they would like to keep this Kadamba Vriksha. So in Puri I have seen, in other places also where Krishna's temples are there, they keep the tree. Beautiful tree it is. Actually, if you see, for every religion, there is some type of tree which is very holy. And if you see in Christianity, I think Catherine is here and Hendrik is here, they will be able to say that. See, Christianity points at here, that particular tree, that leaves, that red leaves and the flowers coming, small flowers in the middle, is very, very holy. Likewise, in every religion, they say in Zoroastrianism, the pomegranate is very holy tree. So in Yelagiri, we have a pomegranate tree, and I'm happy that pomegranate tree is here with us. And in Jainism, Ashoka tree. And Hinduism also, Ashoka tree is one of the wonderful tree associated with religious matters. Because Ma Sita was kept under this Ashoka tree. So Ashoka trees in Ranchi, when I was there, one Ayurveda Acharya used to come early morning, and then he would take the Ashoka flowers. They are all fallen on the ground. He would pick up and collect it. Then one day I met him. I asked, what are you going to do with these flowers? Are you going to decorate? He said, Sir, how I was ignoramus on that point. And he said, no, Swamiji, this Ashoka tree flowers are very good for some gynecological problems. So I give this as a medicine to the ladies. So the Ashoka tree, because Sita was sitting there, the whole tree has turned into a medicinal tree, they say. Likewise, in Islam also there is a tree, Pilu tree as they call it. Pilu tree is very famous, holy for Islamists. Like that in Judaism, etc. we see. This Kadamba is also holy in Hinduism. Likewise, you find in Buddhism, immediately you will remember People tree, under which Lord Buddha sat and meditated, and he attained liberation. So that tree also is wonderful. Like that, all these trees, this Bale tree is one such tree which is very much closely associated with Lord Shiva. So likewise, this Kadamba tree is there. Why I remember this Kadamba tree so much things? Because this Lakshmi Devi, when she was just 8-9-year-old girl, she went to Sri Ramakrishna. So who is this Lakshmi Devi? Lakshmi Devi, we say Lakshmimani. She is called Lakshmimani. This money is the word, the term used for the girls in Bengal. Though nowadays nobody is trying to use that. Even Sarada is not merely Sarada. The full name is Sharada Muni. So this Muni used to be added in those days. In modern days, of course, they stopped adding this Muni. So this Muni was there. This Loki Muni. But then she is called Loki. So this Loki was such a small girl. She is the niece of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna had two brothers. Is Ramkumar and Rameshwar. This second brother, Rameshwar, he had 3 children. One is this Lakshmi Devi, another is Shivlal, another is, what is his name?
Ramlal.
Yes. So the 3 children were there. This Loki is very, very, Ramakrishna was very fond of this niece. So as a baby, she used to come and he used to take her around and he used to hold her on her arms and then take her around in the village, etc., etc. She was very fond of her. And everybody knew, just fond of, Ramakrishna was fond of her. When she asked her mama, Mama, I want to see Krishna, she said. From childhood onwards, she has great devotion for Radha and Krishna. So I want to see Krishna. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna said, oh Krishna, you can find him under any kadamba tree. Simply he said. But this girl took it. Absolute faith was there in Mama's words. She took it real. And then she started searching for kadamba tree in the whole of Kamarpukur. She is running here, there, 10-year-old girl. And she's going here and there. But she is not finding any kadamba tree. And then she found out from somebody that in the neighboring village, there is a kadamba tree. So she found out that and then she went there and she saw the beautiful flowers blossoming at the time. So she stood under the tree and was waiting for Sri Krishna. Now Sri Krishna will come, Sri Krishna will come, Sri Krishna will come. And then finally she found no Krishna came. She was so disappointed. And it was dusk. So now she has to return to home. So she returned to Kamarpukur and went to Mama straight away. You said under Kadamba tree I can find Sri Krishna, but I couldn't find Sri Krishna. Then Ramakrishna embraced this little girl and said, my dear, this Krishna cannot be found under the Kadamba tree. The Kadamba tree that grows within the mind, within your heart, under that tree you will find Sri Krishna, he said. And she was stunned. First time she heard that in the heart you can grow a Kadamba tree and under the Kadamba tree Krishna will flash. So that idea that going inside, you see the spiritual great Paramahamsas come to us as a Avatara Purusha, they always try to take us inside. They don't take us outside. Say outside why we should go? So they say first you find your divinity inside. So in every small purpose also we find how Sri Ramakrishna is taking the disciples slowly inside. So I am seeing Tat Purushanandaji Maharaj, Pranam Maharaj, I am happy to see you. Sorry to interrupt for this because I have seen him now. So this going inside is one of the job of the Avatara Purushas. So they take our mind inside. So this girl, little girl, she was so wonderful and just a minute. Yes. So when God incarnates that Parabrahma, joining with capital T, time, Kala, he becomes Ishvara. And then Ishvara takes the avatars. This we have seen many times, I have told you, how the Ishvara takes the avatar. So in this avatara, he doesn't come alone. He has got people, nirdishta people as they say, pinpointed people are there. They will come with him, always. So you find that in Krishna Avatara time, when Lord Vishnu was sitting and all the Devatas and Brahma, Shiva, everybody was there and they went and complaining to him. See, Kans is a very bad king. He is doing a lot of problem for us. How do you reduce the activities of Kans or how he can be killed? Then Vishnu, he assures them, don't worry, I will incarnate myself in Vrindavan, he says. Then he looks around and the Devatas are all standing there. And they say, oh Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, please allow us to come with you. Then he chooses, okay, you come like that. So the Bhagavad Purana says, when Vishnu decided to become a Krishna, that is to avatar, make an avatar, immediately then all these people have been selected and they came. And the same way we find with the Rama avatar also. When Vishnu decided to come out as a Rama, then some of the people, the Devatas, they were all very eager to come with him. But then this time in disguise. So he says, how you will come in disguise? You see, people should not be overtly seeing that you are all helping my cause. So I am going for a cause and then that cause has to be finished. In disguise can you come? Said, yes, we will come in the form of monkeys. Yes. So Devatas took the monkey form and came and helped Sri Ram's work. So likewise you find in Ramakrishna's avatar incident also we find that he brought a few people. And Holy Mother was asked once, so this Ramakrishna's avatar, you find certain people are very close to him in his life. And who are they? Then Holy Mother replies, you see, they are all his associates. Whenever an avatar Purusha comes, he brings with him a few people, and Lakshmi also is one of them. She says about Lakshmi Devi. So, and she gives a beautiful example in a pond, when I went to Kamarpukur, because this has happened in Kamarpukur, I asked Kamarpukur Swamiji at that time, who was in charge. He has passed away now. So that Swami, I told him, Maharaj, I want to see a particular plant that is grown in the ponds. He said, why do you want to see? What is the name? I said, I forgot the name. The Bengali name I don't remember. But I want to see that plant. Then how can I show you? I can take you to a pond in Kamarpukur. But unless you tell me the name, I said, name I don't remember, Maharaj. But I will tell you what is the plant. He said, tell me. The plant is, when you pull the plant from the top, it brings all the things from there. It has got branches, it has got leaves, it has got so many other small plants growing. Everything will come along with that. Oh, to be bolcho kolmi gache shumande, like there is that. Oh, you tell about this kolmi gache, okay, I will take you there. That's why I forgot the name, this kolmi. I asked Malavika, what is the Bengali name of that plant? Yes, it's a kolmi gach. As kolmi, shag it is there. Actually it is shag. Shag means only leaves it has. So that leaves I wanted to see. And Maharaj took me to a pond and then he drew it and showed me how everything comes along with that. So this has set in my mind because I have seen this. See, we city-bred people, we don't see all these things. Many of the examples given by Sri Ramakrishna are not known to us. The lady is sitting and she is making powder of the rice with a small iron instrument. That's the thing we have not seen. So we have to go to, that's why one Swami took up upon himself how to put a drawing of all those examples that Sri Ramakrishna gave. It's a beautiful book has come. All those old examples you can see. So in a village if you go, you can still see some of these things. When I went to Assam, I have seen in Assamese, Karbi, Aglong, etc., those places, the Assamese tribals, that is, they stay on the hills. So hilly people. These hilly people, they have got all those old things which you find in Kathamrita. So you can see that certain things are still kept in the olden days and they are still following. So this Kulmi, Shag and Moto, they all will come. So one of them was Lakshmi. So Lakshmi, this Lakshmimani, she was so young. At the age of 11, she got married. In those times, Ramakrishna's time, the girls were getting very early marriage. Even our mother Sarada Devi was married at the age of 5. So you can see that this early marriage was there. So Ramakrishna was not available at that time in Kamarpukur to attend the marriage ceremony of Lakshmi. Now everybody knew Ramakrishna loves his niece so much that he will come from Dakshineswar. But he was not in a mood to go out of Dakshineswar at the time. So he was sitting Dakshineswar. So after the marriage was over, Hridayaram came to Dakshineswar. And then he told Sri Ramakrishna, Mama, my sister got married. With all the joy in his face, he told. Sri Ramakrishna burst into a few words, and that was terrible words he uttered. He said, oh, Lakshmi got married. She will be a widow, he said. And Hridayaram was astounded. He said, Mama, Lakshmi is very close to you. Among your nephews and nieces, she is the closest to you. And you are giving curse to her. He said, no, I did not curse her. This is what, when you uttered these words that she got married, this is what Mother Kali asked me to say. So I said, I don't have any responsibility in this. Mother Kali asked me to say this. She will be a widow. And nobody could understand. You see, the life moves on so well. 3 years over, 2 or 2.5 years, her husband, the newly married boy, he told Lakshmi, I am going to city to find a job. So let me go and find a job. He went. And he never returned. What had happened to the husband of Lakshmi? Nobody knows. And according to the village custom, if a girl marries a boy and the boy is not available to her for 12 long years, which is called one yuga. In Bengali, 12 years is called Akju, is one yuga. So, in one yuga, if you don't find your husband, that means you must come to a conclusion. The Shastras and Manu says that the husband is now dead. He may be living somewhere else, not returning to the home, but still he should be considered as a dead and Shraddha ceremony should be done. So after 12 years, this Lakshmi, she completed the Shraddha ceremony. And in the meantime, she is growing up. And one of the exceptionally beautiful girl she grew into. And Sri Ramakrishna himself would say, Lakshmi, don't go alone anywhere. The world is full of danger. Because seeing her beauty, such was the beautiful girl she was. And then she thought, now my husband will not come back. Because 12 years over, Shraddha ceremony is done. Let me go. And then she said, why that man who married her could not live with her and went away? This question was troubling her. Like any other girl, because she also got married and husband did not stay with her. So what is that? So one day, this news went to Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna told them, you see, it is not possible for any man to live with Lakshmi. Because she is the incarnation of an aspect of Divine Mother who is called Mother Shitala. Among the goddesses, deities, you will find Shitala Mata is one of the important deities in the village side, with whom in South India, in Tamil Nadu, we call Mariamma. So that Shitala has come in the form of Lakshmi, and do you think anybody's ordinary man can stay with her? Unless Shiva himself comes in a human form, nobody can enjoy her like that it would. So that itself was a great revelation for others. Who is this Lakshmi? So Shitala Mata has come. There are many deities. All these deities can come in different forms to help the cause of Sri Ramakrishna. How wonderful she is. This Lakshmi was so devoted to Lord Krishna. And from childhood onwards, her interest in Krishna was growing up. And then she said she had one Swami Purnananda was there, who initiated Sri Ramakrishna also once. And the same Swami, that is monk, initiated Lakshmi also in Krishna mantra. But when she came of age, Sri Ramakrishna called her, no, this mantra is not suitable for your spiritual life. He changed the mantra to Devi mantra. Yes, Malvika?
রামকৃষ্ণকে দীক্ষা দিয়েছিলেন না মা শারদাকে দিয়েছিলেন মনে হয় ওই লক্ষ্মী দিদির সঙ্গে না
Purnananda. Yes, Ma Sharada. Correct. Ma Sharada ke diyechilen, correct. And thanks for the correction. And Lakshmi Didi also got Diksha from him. But Ramakrishna finally says, no, that mantra is not suitable for you. You see, the gurus, they can understand that. Which type of deity you are. When mother's life also we find, the man who has come to take initiation from mother, he wants to tell her that my Ishta Devata is so and so. Mother keeps him shut, keep quiet. And then she goes into meditation and she understands, it is revealed to her who is the Ishta Devata of that devotee. And accordingly she gives mantra. So when the Guru has got so much of power, Guru's power is wonderful. Next month we are going to get Guru Purnima. You can think of that Guru's power. So now I have seen with my eyes how Guru gives Diksha in different places. I think most of you have heard about our 10th President Maharaj, Swami Vimokshananda. He was my sannyas guru. So that Vimokshananda Maharaj had come to Shillong. So I was in Itanagar at that time. I went to Shillong and we are all, as a brahmachari, we are doing some service in the ashram. And then we are all standing on in the evening when Maharaj used to be seated in a chair. All the devotees would come and do pranam to him. So one lady came with her say 12-year-old daughter. And the daughter also was there, mother was there. So mother's name has been approved for Diksha. But the girl's name was not approved. Though he has initiated, even 7-year-old children, he has initiated. Swami Ranganathanji has initiated 7-year-old girl. I have seen the girl also in Ranchi. So likewise, younger age also they have. Nowadays, we don't generally initiate a minor, whether it's a boy or a girl. Generally, we don't initiate. But in those days, the Swamijis, they used to initiate. So this girl also was there. She is telling her mother, Amiyo Dikhanebu, Amiyo Dikhanebu. I will also take Diksha. She was been, telling so many times. But Maharaj said no. And then she went. And then next day is the Diksha day. And next day, this girl, when she went to her home, she told her mother, I am not going to eat, I am not going to sleep. And she was crying. Whole night she was crying until 3 o'clock the night. Only after 3 o'clock, she fell asleep. So the mother got up early and then got ready for the ashram. She came for the Diksha and then the girl was brought by her father later at 11 o'clock. But she's quiet. So all the people who saw yesterday that the girl was making so much of noise for her Diksha, today morning she's quiet and she has not taken Diksha anything. So now they come and are making pranam. At that time we are all standing behind Maharaj and helping Maharaj because people will come and give some bag or something in his hand. So our duty is to take from him and put it in the nearby tray. So that was my duty. So I was standing nearby and the lady came and made pranam because her Diksha was done. And then her daughter also was there, her father was there, they made pranam. Then others were asking, Maharaj, I made kotoje jamela kollo. Yesterday night, how much she was making jamela. And today, she's quite happy and quiet. Then Maharaj said, because she got Diksha, he said, and they were all stunned. And the mother herself doesn't know how she got Diksha, when she got Diksha. She looked at her daughter, hey, kichu tumi chapacho, tumi amar bolo, ki hoyeche, like that. Then the girl said that, Ma, yesterday night after I lay down slept at 3 o'clock and our Gurudev came in my dream and he gave me mantra, she said. So that we saw that. See, when a Guru power comes, how he can enter into another person and tell. That's a wonderful power, power of Ramakrishna. We say that Ishvara's power of knowing the past and the present and future. These powers automatically get accumulated with those gurus. So that Guru Sthaniya Lok also is there. That we say Guru John. We call them Guru John or Upa Gurus. So they also sometimes indicate the powers of that mighty, that wonderful spiritual power. So Lakshmi Devi's mantra was changed by Thakur to Devi mantra. But her devotion to Krishna, that never went off. She continued to be devoted to, she was telling this to some Calcutta devotees. Sri Ramakrishna's, what is the main thing that you found in Sri Ramakrishna? Was the question. To that, Lakshmi Devi says that, look, I have seen my mama in different times, at different places, at different situations. One thing I found him was, he was very particular that we should avoid all types of gossip. No gossip mongering. Only thing, talk about God. If you are with your friends, you must talk about God. Don't gossip about this, that, etc. That will bring down the mind from God. So we want to, as a spiritual aspirant, what is our motto? We want to raise our mind to the level of godly thinking. But we are not able to do so. What is the main reason? The main reason is on other times, when the sadhana is not being done, on other times, we keep our mind at the lower stages of world. So when we keep the mind on with the world, other times, then when you just sit for meditation, do you think the mind will immediately raise to the higher level? It cannot. So Sri Ramakrishna's one of the advice is, don't ever gossip. So he used to say in Haldar Pukur, a pond was there, Kamar Pukur nearby. So he used to visit that Pukur, that pond. At that time, there are many girls of this Kamar Pukur village, they used to come. You know, Sri Ramakrishna used to sit outside in his home. And that was the route by which these girls would go with their pots to bring water from the river. And they all would go walk there. And seeing him, they would forget. What is the purpose they have left? They have to go and take bath and bring water. So many work is there, house and husband is there, child is there. So many problems are there. Nothing, everything is forgotten by seeing the other. They would come and sit with him and then start talking to him. And he would make fun and frolic and then make them laugh. And then he would sing some songs. And then he would tell how the pandits make the jokes, etc. And then he would repeat. So he was making a whole life that 1 hour, 1.5 hours, they would forget. One lady said, that, oh, I forgot my child. Oh, I have to go to my home, like that she said. It just resembles the story of Sri Krishna's, when gopis used to come, who are much older than Sri Krishna's age. They used to come and get attracted to Krishna, and they used to sit with him. Likewise, these ladies used to come. So these girls, when they go to the village, river, and take water at the bathing ghat in Haldar Pukur pond, not river, it was a pond. So they were discussing the menus. In which house, what type of menu is done, what type of vegetables are cut. Like that, they are talking about that. So hearing that, Sri Ramakrishna just heard it. He stopped there and he gave a good banging to all these ladies. He said, what are you talking? This eating is always there. You can think this about the eating after going to house. But you have come to this Haldar Pukur. This Haldar Pukur is so famous because Sri Ramakrishna himself has taken bath there. And his father used to take bath. We hear that when his father used to come to take bath, he was all fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna and then Rama, and then he would come and his chest would be all reddish color at that time. And seeing him, all the others who are taking bath in that pukur, in that pond, they all would come out and leave him full chance to take bath. Such was the great respect that he held. So such a pond is there, and you are not talking of worldly things here. Then he said, the master said to Hriday, look, those women are talking only about how they prepare different fish dishes. Shall I go and tell them not to talk such nonsense? Like that, Hriday is asked. So Hriday said, no, mama, you should not go and talk like that. They will be hurt. Like that he is telling them. But he did not say. Then he went and then he said, rush to the pond. He did not hear Hriday's advice. He said, do you want to pass your precious life talking only about fish preparation or about God? So this was a great concern. You see how the Avatara Purusha turns the mind of the people inside. This is another instance. Sri Ramakrishna did not accept our mind going down to the worldly things. He would be happy when we keep our mind at a higher level. But higher level going also, it requires a lot of sadhana. That is what he is teaching us, how to keep our mind on the top level. So this Lakshmi's husband never returned, I told you. She became very well in her sadhana. And when she came to, mother said to Lakshmi, you come to Dakshineshwar with me. So mother brought her. And these two used to stay in the Nahabat. Now Nahabat you all have seen, those who have visited Dakshineshwar, you must have seen Nahabat, how small room it is. And in that room, cooking utensils are there, and then water jugs are there, and so many, their beddings are there, plus these two ladies have to stay. About 10-year difference. Lakshmi was 10 years younger to mother. Mother was born in 53 and Lakshmi was born in 64. So 11 years difference is there. But still, they used to stay, they used to be like friends only. So mother used to tell many things to Lakshmi, and Lakshmi also used to tell mother everything. So they were staying together in that Nahabad area, and that Nahabad area, in the small room, they were staying, and many days they have not come out. Nobody has seen them. Of course, the Holy Mother of seeing her outside was very, very rare thing. And this Lakshmi also is a young girl. She's much younger to Holy Mother, and Holy Mother herself was young and much younger to her. This Lakshmi, and that beautiful woman she has become. Now she is there, nobody has seen her. Such was that time. But then, so master used to make sometimes fun. So he would say that Shuka Shari, both are sitting there, go and give them this food. Like that he would tell. So Yam used to come at that time, initially. He used to think the Shuka and Shari are the two brothers, two birds. These birds, where are these birds come? Why Sri Ramakrishna quoted is in Govinda Leelamrita. There is a Bengali book is there on the glory of Sri Krishna. You see, there are many beautiful books are there on Krishna. Govinda Leelamrita book, there is a mention about these two birds. Shuka is fair complexion, and it is favoring Krishna always. And Shari is black bird, and the Shari is a female bird. She always will take the side of Radha. Now, when Shuka says the glory of Krishna, he is the Madan Mohana. He would say, Shuka will say, my Lord is Madan Mohana. So he will make everyone under his spell. Then the Shari will say, no, my Radha is Mahan Mohana Mohini, she would say. This Madan Mohana himself is under the spell of Radha. So like this she would argue. So there's a beautiful conversation between these two birds. One is praising the Lord Krishna, another is praising Radha. So they are two birds. They are famous in that Krishna Leela. So these two birds are staying in that Nahabad. He would make fun. And then the Lakshmi also, one of that bird, we should say. And both of them, how many times they would be there. And Sri Ramakrishna was very prompt. At 3 o'clock he would get up and he would be singing in his room. Krishna, Madhava, Govinda, Yadava, like that he would shout. And the shouting that you can listen from Nahabad also. And at that time only they go for nice sleep. And then the sleep is disturbed. So Holy Mother, and he would not call Holy Mother. Outside at Nahabad is standing, he would call for Lakshmi. Because Lakshmi is niece, you see. So he has got every right over her. But with Holy Mother, he was very, very careful. He cannot even call her by name. And once he told Tui, in Bangla, Tui means that a lower portion or lower status of Tumi, that is you. Of course, in English, we do not have you is for elder and same as well as for younger. We say you. But in Bangla, there is a difference. So if you say to a people who are elder to you, you say apuni. And your same status people, you can say tubi. And younger people, you can say tui. So once he unknowingly called her tui, and for that he had to suffer so much. He had to go Nahabad outside. Nahabad is standing there and praying to Holy Mother, please excuse me like that. Such was his thing. So he cannot call Sarada now, Saru, come, it is now 4 o'clock, get up and think of Lord. Like that he cannot say. So he is calling Lakshmi. And he find no response from the room. At that time, Lakshmi, in a low tone, she will tell her mommy, he said, look, Mama is calling us, let us get up. He said, see, he will always like that. He doesn't have sleep. So he let him be like that. But we want to sleep. So let us sleep for some more time. Don't worry, like that he will close her mouth. And both of them will die. So if Ramakrishna found, what is it? No response is coming from the Nahabad. So let me do something. So what if you take a bucket of water and throw to that door sill. So through the door down, that space is there, you throw the water and then water will come inside. And the bedding should be all wet and water, kando as they call it in Bangla. They say it kando. So this kando would happen again and again. So afraid of that, then Lakshmi said, no, Mama is calling, let us get up. So early getting up, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock getting up, that practice was cultivated by Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna doesn't like his devotees, particularly sleeping in the Brahma Muhurta. See, Brahma Muhurta, we know what is Brahma Muhurta. That is the time, the best time for. So why do we not able to get up at the Brahma Muhurta and do our spiritual practice? It is because night we don't go to sleep early. We are busy with the television channels, and that will take us up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And then when you sleep later, at the time we can't get up at 3. So if you can close the TVs by 10 o'clock.
একটা কথা জিজ্ঞেস করছি, বলছি এই ব্রহ্মমূর্তটা কি মানে 5টা থেকে 7টা অবধি বলে?
না, সেইভাবে বলে না, কোনো টাইমলি ওইভাবে ফিক্স নেই। ওটা কিভাবে ফিক্স হয়েছে, প্রত্যেক জায়গায় তুমি দেখবে সূর্য উদয়টা ডিফারেন্ট। So the sunrise is different timings at different places. Though the whole of India we may call is one IST, Indian Standard Time. Actually it is not so. 6 o'clock in Bengal will be 8 o'clock in Bombay. Sunset you are seeing at 6 o'clock in Bengal. If you see, in Bombay you will see the sunset at 8 o'clock. In one country itself, east and west, nearly 2 hours difference is there. But what we did, we removed the 2 hours difference and made it one standard time. That's why when I was in Bombay, I used to feel 7 o'clock over, Aarti has not started. 7:30 over, Aarti is not started. I used to ask Pujari Maharaj in Bombay, Maharaj, when will Aarti start? He said, why you are worried about Aarti? Aarti should be done at the sunset time. Here you see the newspaper, in the first page they give sunset 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. only we will do Aarti, you would say. So according to the timing of the sunset, we calculate the timings, that is our tradition. So sunrise also is like that. Place to place it differs. So whatever time sunrise happens in your place, say you are in Nagpur. So in Nagpur, what is the sunrise time? You find out. Suppose it is 5:45 or 6:45. From that before 2.5 hours is Brahma Muhurta. So Brahma Muhurta is just before the sunrise. So exactly 5 to 7, 4 to 6, like that if you say, that is misleading. Because it is the whole world, it is not the same timing we are following. Is it not? If now you see, in Ireland itself 4.5 hours back they are there. It is 12:30 or 1 o'clock now. So their sunset is different time. A sunrise also different time. Switzerland different sunrise time. So we all have different sunrise times. So whatever sunrise time is fit for your country, for your place of sadhana, before the 2.5 hours you take it. So you have to calculate in that way. So that is called Brahma Muhurta. So the Brahma Muhurta, getting up and doing sadhana, is one of the important teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. And that only will tangible growth in your spiritual life, you can see that. Otherwise not. Yes, Pranam?
Maharaj, in earlier one of the discourses you said that the whole night sadhana or whole night...
oh yes. That is...
You said so, and then now which one is the best? Now we are confused.
Yes, in Ramakrishna tradition, this Brahma Muhurta sadhana is the best time. In Ramakrishna tradition. Because Ramakrishna came for the modern man. According to the modern man's living, this Brahma Muhurta is the best. But the whole night sadhana is for those people who are tantrika worshippers, I said. Not for anybody and everybody. Not for you who in the world, not for me conducting a center. So you see, in center conducting, we have got a lot of people coming. Yesterday, whole day I was busy, from morning 8 o'clock after the breakfast, immediately was people after people are coming in Yelagiri. I was busy up to 6 o'clock. So it is nothing, no rest at all. Continuously talking to different types of people. So this happened. So for that, Brahma Muhurta is better than for the whole night. Because we are not doing tantric sadhana, you see. For tantric sadhana, yes, whole night is good. That is what I said on the day. I think I have confused on the day. Sorry for that.
No problem. No problem.
Yes. Then once Master asked, see, this getting up in the morning, I told you, yes. Then how Master was so modern. I tell you one example. Many people, yesterday one devotee came to me and she was asking about the purity and impurity of the bodies, and then whether we can do japa at that time, etc., etc. Those things were discussed. So I was talking about that. So how Sri Ramakrishna was absolutely modern, except for those devotees who heard me yesterday, I'm telling. You see, once the Kali Prasad has come from Kali temple. So Lakshmi was standing next to Sri Ramakrishna. She used to bring food to Master also. So Kali Prasad has come. So Master asked Lakshmi to eat some Kali's Prasad. You know what is Kali's Prasad? Kali's Prasad is non-vegetarian food. Of course, vegetarian food also is offered to Mother Kali, but non-vegetarian food also is offered at Dakshineswar. So they offered a small piece of fish that was there in the plate. So Master told Lakshmi, take this fish. Now, in Bengali traditional custom is such that a widow can never at all take non-veg food. If she is a widow, she must take only vegetarian food. Many of your houses, Bengalis, devotees can vouchsafe this. In their houses, the elderly mothers and grandmothers who are all widows, they would never take fish or anything. So they take only vegetarian food. So this girl, 11 years she married, and 13 years onwards she has not seen her husband. And the husband's Shraddha ceremony also was done. She considered herself as a widow. Now this girl, Lakshmi, now she has grown up. Now she says, Mama, I cannot take this. You know, I am a widow. How can I partake this prasad? She politely declined. But Sri Ramakrishna said, because Lakshmi was the goddess Sitala's ansh, that is a part of Shitala. So she is refusing to take non-veg food. Shitala goddess, she always likes non-veg food. Even in Tamil Nadu, you find Mariamma temples, we have balis. Bali is given and non-veg food is given to her. And then prasad as prasad, it is distributed among the devotees. So non-veg food has come, and being a Shitala's part, how she can decline that? So Sri Ramakrishna said, look, it is prasad. Don't hesitate. Eat. If you don't listen to me, you will have to be born again. And in that birth, you will get an ugly, fat husband who will force you to lead a worldly life against your wishes. Now what do you want to do? So she thought, oh, next Janma I have to come and I will have an ugly, fat husband, and then that fellow will force me to lead a worldly life. Okay, let me take this. Then she took that fish. And then, okay, I don't want to be involved in Maya again. Oh, Mama, okay, give me. And then she took that. See how modern Sri Ramakrishna is. See, can you imagine this? And have you put up all these things in our life? No, we have not practiced. So, we find that the new type of outlook towards life and the attitude towards life he gives us. So, Lakshmi was one such woman who came with Sri Ramakrishna. Then, on another occasion, outside his room, Sri Ramakrishna was standing there, and Holy Mother, she told her, you are talking about the next birth, and you are telling me when I come next time, you also have to come with me. Like that you are telling me. So this is told by Holy Mother. So he said, I don't want to come back. Then Lakshmi also says, no, I also don't want to come back. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, no, everyone has to come back with me. Because at that time, that Kulmi Shak example he gives, in that pond, there is the creeper. And if you draw the creeper out, it will bring all the other creepers also. So likewise, when I come, you all have to come again. That's it. So he says, if I come here, and where will you stay without me? Will you not your hearts pine for me? Our roots are twined together like the Kalbi Shah, he says. Our roots are twined together. So imagine being devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, can we think that our roots are also twined with him? Can you imagine that? Do you think that we are not part of Ramakrishna's entourage? Entourage is a big word, you know that. When I was in Durban, I used to go by car, to another center to visit our center. And then one car I go, one devotee takes me. And with me another 2-3 cars will go. All the devotees, they want to come with me to that function. I said, come, no problem. You are all coming in your car. What is that? Let us go to Peter Marisburg. Then 4 or 5 cars will go with me. And those people in Peter Marisburg Center, they'll say, oh, Swamiji is coming with an entourage. They say. So go with the group. So that group will be there. So Sri Ramakrishna's group will be always. We are all part of that group, mind you. That Kolmi Shagir, Amra Partachi. How do you know that we are part of Sri Ramakrishna's group? Because we are also preaching Sri Ramakrishna. We are also thinking of Sri Ramakrishna. Do you think it is a very small work when Prithvish and Juma, they started this Tat Padam online class? It was not for them they started. It is for all the people, entire people in the world. So today internationally, people come and join the class and they are hearing about Sri Ramakrishna. Are we not promoting the name of Sri Ramakrishna among the public? Yes. So we are also part of entourage of Sri Ramakrishna. So we also have to come again, and we don't have moksha. If you think of moksha, then that is bad, because we can think of Sri Ramakrishna Loka only. We can go to Sri Ramakrishna, take rest, and then have nice, take food, nice food, and then enjoy the holidays, then come back again when he comes again, in whatever way we are. So let us be blessed with this. So please read through this life story of Lakshmi Didi. It's a wonderful thing. A few minutes I am allotting to you for some discussion. Any question, any remarks, any observation, anything that you want to share with us?
Maharaj, I have a question. So when you mentioned in today's course only that Lakshmi Didi was initiated by Swami Purnananda, and both Sharadama and Lakshmi Didi by mantra or whatever mantra, but later on Thakur gave her the Shakti mantra, and Sharadama, Holy Mother, objected. So why would Holy Mother object to Thakur's change of this?
No. Who said Holy Mother objected? I didn't say that.
I read it in the book also. Holy Mother said she scolded Thakur that you should not have given her a Shakti mantra.
See, okay, I read the paragraph. You see, Sri Ramakrishna one day asked Lakshmi, what deity do you love most? Radha Krishna, replied Lakshmi. With a seed, the master wrote a mantra on her tongue and then uttered it to her audibly. So, he wrote on her tongue. With a seed, he took a beej of some beej, he took it. And with that beej, because that is sharp, you see, so on her tongue he wrote the mantra. And then he said, she had a rosary, that is tulsi leaves, beads was there. The master approved for her use. Previously, Lakshmi had received initiation into a Shakti mantra from a monk named Swami Purnananda. And the Holy Mother mentioned this to the master. He said, it does not matter, I gave the right mantra to Lakshmi. So from this, of course, I make a correction. What mantra he gave to her is the Radha Krishna mantra, correct. The Shakti mantra given by Purnananda was overridden.
Achha. Yes. But I read somewhere that Holy Mother had objected and said that you should not have done that. Am I correct or am I wrong? I think I'm wrong then.
I'm not finding in Chaitranya's book that.
Okay.
In any Bengali book it is there or not, I don't know.
Bengali is like Malavika wants to say something.
Even in Swami Gambhiranandaji's book also is similar to what Chaitananandaji has written, that Holy Mother mentioned that they had been initiated in Shakti Mantra by Purnanandaji, and then Sri Ramakrishna emphasized that no, I have given her the right mantra, and that was Radha Krishna.
Because though she was Mother Shitala's part, she had full devotion she exhibited to us Radha Krishna only. So from the childhood onwards, the Kadamba, those things we heard that. So the Radha Krishna mantra only he gave them. But Mother objected to that, I don't know. Mother objected in the sense, Mother must have pointed out to Sri Ramakrishna, already she was initiated. By whom? By Purnananda, to introduce Shakti mantra. So why are you changing like that? She must have asked. But Master knows fully the past, present and future. So he has given her a different mantra. Yes.
Thank you.
Next, everybody.
Maharaj, Prithvish here. So, question is that as Thakur said, Lakshmimani is an incarnation of Shitala Mata. So, did we ever have anything from her side that she realizes she is an incarnation over here?
That is the beauty of that. She did recognize her as part of Shitala when she became a sadhika, and in Holy Mother's time itself, Holy Mother used to initiate people in Calcutta, and Lakshmi used to initiate people in Puri.
Okay.
She came to Puri and she became a guru on her own standing. She became a guru. She has initiated many disciples, and those disciples used to take care of her. In the old age also, the disciples came and took care of her. Yes.
There is an ashram in Puri,
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We always go there where Lakshmi Didi was there. We call Lakshmi Didi.
Yeah.
Was there. So that house also we have gone and seen. It is very nice.
Do you remember the name? Do you remember the name, Maharaj?
Yes, Lakshmi, just a minute. The name is not Lakshmi, Nivas or something like that. Yes, Lakshmi Nivas. No, Lakshmi Niketan. Lakshmi Niketan was the name in Puri. That building is still there.
So we can go and visit, no?
Yes. Some people stay also there. It's a nice place with a lot of Kadamba trees there. So you can find Krishna there.
Yes, Malavika.
Thank you. Maharaj, in the Bengali book, there is one comment that I'm just paraphrasing in English, that Lakshmi Devi was obviously oriented in the thoughts of Sri Ramakrishna, and she used to do Sri Ramakrishna Prasanga with all the devotees and particularly the monastics who used to come to visit her. And then there is one line comment, I'm just reading it in Bengali so that I don't translate it wrong. Tobe ihao thik je Swamijir probortito seba ও লক্ষ্মী দিদির অনুসৃত বৈষ্ণব সাধনার মধ্যে একটা পার্থক্য ছিল যাহা দিদি নিজেও জানিতেন। Would you like to elaborate something on that? Because before and after there is no context in the Bengali book.
Okay. So what is that? Read it again, Bengali.
So I'm just reading a few lines before, so that just in case I have missed anything. কামারপুকুর কলকাতা ও পুরীতে তাহার শিষ্য শিষ্যার সংখ্যা বিধিধিক 100 হইয়াছিল। ইহারা সকলেই শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণের ভাবে ভাবিত ছিলেন। লক্ষ্মী দিদি প্রায়ই কাকুরগাছি যোগদানে যাইতেন, অথবা বেলুর মঠ প্রভৃতিতে যাইয়া ঠাকুরের ত্যাগী সন্তানদের সহিত শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ প্রসঙ্গ করিতেন এবং তাহারাও তাহাকে বিশেষ শ্রদ্ধা করিতেন। অল্প বয়স্ক সাধুরাও তাহার নিকট যাইয়া শ্রী শ্রী ঠাকুরের কথা শুনিতেন। তবে ইহাও ঠিক যে স্বামীজির প্রবর্তিত সেবা ও লক্ষ্মী দিদির অনুসৃত বৈষ্ণব সাধনার মধ্যে একটা পার্থক্য ছিল, যাহা দিদি নিজেও জানিতেন।
যাহা
লক্ষ্মী দিদি নিজেও জানিতেন। She used to acknowledge that there was a difference in something of service and worship.
Lakshmi Didi's school is actually belonging to the old school of thought, because this which was Yam also was there. Yam also of the same thought only, like Lakshmi Didi, that the Seva Karja that Sri Ramakrishna has introduced, Vivekananda has introduced, was not to their much liking. They were thinking that Sri Ramakrishna has said, first realize God, then you do the world. But Swamiji's system is what? You serve through this, and through this you will attain the God. So that was not very acceptable to them. So there was what you call a schism, as we call it in European religions, we call it schisms. So like the schisms were there at that time, and Swamiji started this. So many of those ideas that work, etc., was not approved by Lakshmi Didi. Because in Vaishnava sadhana, you have to be wholly endowed with the devotion to Sri Krishna and how to realize him in your day-to-day life. That was the purpose. So she had some reservation about Swamiji's one, which Yam also had. Only after Holy Mother told him, Yam became silent. Otherwise, Yam also was a little confused about this problem. Yes, like that. Yes.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Unmute and then start talking.
Yes, Indrani.
Pranam Maharaj. Maharaj, I read about Lakshmi Didi also in Sister Nivedita's book,
Okay.
The Master. I saw him.
Yes.
There's a very nice chapter in which she mentions how she used to get all these women staying with the Holy Mother together and organize these religious jatra kind of things. She describes, she writes about her as Sister Lucky. Or
Yes, yes. Lucky, yes. She used to call her sister. Actually, in Bangla, Lakshmi is pronounced as Loki. So Sister Nivedita used to call it Lucky now.
And she describes her as a most gifted and delightful companion.
Yes.
And used to do all these role plays, like pretend to be Kali, then Saraswati, Jagadhatri, then sometimes she would. So all that is meant.
Yes, yes. Yes, Nivedita
In that
was
book.
very close to her. Correct. It's also I read, yes. So Nivedita came at that time, but Nivedita did not accept Loki the full form of that Vaishnava sadhana. She was Swamiji's cheli. So naturally, she accepted Swamiji's form of worship, etc. So that's good. Anyway, Nivedita came into contact with Loki Didi. That itself was a great thing. Because that type of traditional women, Nivedita would not have seen anywhere else. Highly traditional. At the same time, they were all great sadhakas, Yes.
There's another question by coming up as S. You can go ahead with your question.
Namaste, Swamiji. How can we raise the mind and keep it in a higher place? Always.
See, there are many parts of sadhanas are mentioned. Say, thinking of God, say, doing japam, and then singing the glory of God, and then reading the books on God, and then discussing the godly thoughts with the others. Like that, there are so many ways are given. In all of the time, that is when we are sitting for sadhana, for japam and meditation. Before that, If our mind is fully given to the world, then the mind will not immediately sit in the japa. So for that only, on all other types also, there is a multivarious types you can do. Even our Swami Vimokshananda used to say, when you are sitting for japam and if your mind is not getting concentrated, get up, walk, he says. Walk or take up a nice book and start reading the book. So all those things we can do. So there is no problem in that. So you have to adopt anything that is suitable to your mind so that your mind does not go down. And it should not be allowed, even if it goes down to a little, say regarding from the top level of keeping the mind on God, from that it comes down to a lower level, then see what type of lower level it has gone. It does not go to the crass, grossly physical level. That's all. Otherwise, you can keep your mind at an intellectual level. From the spiritual level, you can bring the mind to intellectual level, no problem. You see, attending this type of satsangs, the online satsangs, etc., is nothing but keeping your mind at the intellectual. It is not a spiritual level, but definitely it is intellectual level, where we can rest our mind for some time to relax our mind. That's all. So these things will help us when we take up sadhana.
Maharaj, one piece of information is in the chat. Sucheta Ghosh writes that you were talking about kalmi leaves. In these days, yes, in Europe, people also eat kalmi leaves in various recipes. It is called water spinach.
Oh, water spinach. I see. So she's in Germany, I think. She was in Switzerland. She came to Germany. So yes, in Europe, that kalmi leaves are taken and they are eaten also. Very good. Thanks for this information.
Maharaj, I wrote this piece in information because maybe it will be useful or better for the understanding for all the European or Western devotees.
Thank you so much.
When you are in Europe, have you ever seen in any pond this kolmi shark?
In Europe? No, Maharaj. It's not possible. I think that if we have a kind of greenhouse, then it's possible. Otherwise, it's not, I think. Because
they keep every pond is spick and span, so no kolmi gach is allowed to grow, I think.
That's true. Also, I think that for the climate here, it's very cold for kolmi to grow. But in the Chinese, Vietnamese shop or recipes, we get these generally.
Okay. Oh,
and also Indian shops, yes.
Indian shops also. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. I do not know, when I was in Ireland, all the devotees used to bring me food every day, one type of food. One day Bengali food, another day Mangalorean food, another day South Indian food, like that, different foods. So in that kolmi shag, anybody brought to me or not, I don't remember now.
It's very healthy, and in these days, especially when it's very hot, it's very healthy.
Okay.
Thank you, Sucheta, for sharing that. And Maharaj, anyone else has? Indrani, your hand is still raised. Do you still want to ask something?
No, please go ahead. I might at the end just say something, but please go ahead and say what you have to say.
No, if you have a question, you can ask. Your hand is still raised.
Yes.
Please ask if you have a question.
Yes, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say that, Maharaj, you said that that point about all of us, this Kulmi Shak point, that all of us are part of this Thakur's this thing. So that is it also sounded like a blessing when you said all of us going to Ramakrishna Loka. So that is, Maharaj, your blessing also. And that also reminds us that Thakur mentioned of coming again, I think as a baul he mentioned. So all these are very happy thoughts, Maharaj. I just wanted to share that.
But as an earnest devotee, you must have that faith that you are going to Ramakrishna Loka. Then only we are successful.
Yes. Yes, I think it's a very happy thought. There is no problem in having that faith. It is just that we have to be able to, we have to work hard in order to be able to achieve that.
In connection with what Indrani said, I will read this passage, very beautiful passage. This is the last paragraph in Chaitranya's book. It says, before she passed away in 1926, see, mother left this body, her body in 1920, and Lakshmi Didi was there another 6 years. In 1926 she passed away. Before that, she described to Saradananda, Sharat Maharaj, one vision she had. What was that vision, you know? I saw a mountain of dazzling mica. Mica, you all know, when the sun rays fall on that, it dazzles. So mica, on one side of that mountain were Lakshmi and Narayana. Narayana and his consort Lakshmi, they were there. On the other side was Sri Ramakrishna. I saw that the master was surrounded by Holy Mother, Swamiji, Rakhal Maharaj and others. Then I saw Yogin Didi and Gola Didi, and they told me, what they told? Oh Lakshmi, here there is no problem of food and sleep or disease and grief. That is Ramakrishna Loka. And she says, living with the master gives us uninterrupted bliss. You see how wonderful it is. And that's Ramakrishna Loka only we are talking about that. Yes. But then as a Kulbi Shag, when he comes down again, he all will bring us also. That is my interpretation. I cannot want to be left out, you know, when Sri Ramakrishna comes away. And staying in Ramakrishna Loka without him has got no use. So wherever he is there, we should be with him. That is it. And as is natural, you know, when we start talking about this Kolbi Shag and eating menu, like Sri Ramakrishna said to the ladies, don't talk about the fish preparations. Now we have started discussing Kolbi Shag preparation also.
You're right, Maharaj. Sucheta, you have a question or your observation? Please go ahead.
Maharaj, one, I want to know about this. Is there any kind of instruction from Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Dev to Ma, Sri Ma, that do not follow the temperament of Lakshmi? And he actually emphasized that the shyness of the mother to hold on. What does it mean, Maharaj? Because being in the modern times, what is that? Because Sharda Mat is also like that, that they joto gupto toto pokto. What is very firm and it's very holy and to be kept secret. Yeah.
So, see, the different temperaments of the devotees are to be reckoned with, to be seen. So, Sri Ramakrishna had different instructions to different people. So, mother's purpose of life was different, and Lakshmi Didi's purpose was different. Lakshmi Didi's contribution to Sri Ramakrishna's mission was this much. I am not talking about the mission organization. The purpose of Ramakrishna's advent is this, that she encouraged many young boys to become monks, and she made them join the Ramakrishna order. That is one thing. And she used to go to Belur Mat or even Udbodhan, etc. She would come. She would talk about only Master. Because people will ask her, how was your mama, what is your mama, etc. And she would narrate so many instances which many of them are not even written down for the posterity. So we lost. So she would only talk about Ramakrishna. So enhancing Ramakrishna's influence in the world was her one of the main purpose. And as Shitala's part, she came down. That is what Sri Ramakrishna says. So her Vaishnava sadhana was not for all. That's why in Lakshmi Didi Mat, whereas the Lakshmi, what you call the Lakshmi Niketan, you don't find people have taken up that as a mission, as a purpose of life and doing that. If you are very much interested, not interested in any seva karya, and then you want to do only sadhana, then of course you can go there. Otherwise, Nowadays, people do not go and join Lakshmi Didi's ashram. That is a different path.
Thank you, Maharaj. Pranam.
Yes, Mr. Chatterjee.
Yeah, Maharaj, just before some time, you just said that when we are attending such type of satsang discourses, etc., that's basically calming the mind and the spirit. It's a religious practice. However, but my question is this: that after listening, if we think about this and what we learned and try to inculcate, that would be spiritual, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, you rightly said.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why, see, these things will have to, accumulative effect has to happen. Otherwise, this will be a solitary event like that. No. We want to keep the whole day, my mind has to be at a raised level, as that yes asked on the day, today a few minutes back. So the mind has to be kept at a high level. Okay, if I am not completely absorbed in my Ishta Devata, at least I can come down to the intellectual level. I can read. That's why these Mahapuranas are there, you see. Bhagavata Purana, reading these Puranas will give you great joy in knowing about God. Yes.
I think Maharaj now will be tired and will need his cup of coffee and not a cup of coffee. So any more questions, Maharaj? Anything else? And is then the next class, do we do another dedicated disciple, or you will continue with Lakshmi, or is Lakshmi Didi?
No, Lakshmi Didi is over. Now next we will go to, after Lakshmi Didi, we will take up the life of Gauri, no, not Gauri Ma, sorry, let me see. What is, I go by the chapter wise, you see.
Yeah, I will post that in the group, Maharaj. Don't worry.
Yes.
And Maharaj, there are 2 more questions. Do you have time, or?
Yes, I have time. Another few minutes.
Okay, Deep Mondal and then Shampa Roy, please ask.
আচ্ছা আমি বলবো কি আমি বলছি যে যে ব্রহ্ম মুহূর্ত সম্বন্ধে আপনি বললেন কতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত ধরা হয় ব্রহ্ম মুহূর্ত বিফোর সানরাইজ?
Yes, before sunrise, Brahma Muhurta is 2 to 2.5 hours.
Maharaj, etai chilo. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
See, it is actually, in Tamil, there is a word, one nadigai. Nadigai consists of nearly 2.5 hours. So, 2.5 hours you can consider.
Before to sunrise?
For sunrise, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj.
Go ahead.
Shampa, yes.
প্রণাম মহারাজ, আমি কৃষ্ণা ব্যাঙ্গালোর থেকে। আগেরবার আমি আপনাকে জানিয়েছিলাম যে যখন আমি জব করছি, জব করতে করতে আমার কাউন্টিং মিস হচ্ছে, তো আমার মেয়ে আমাকে সাজেস্ট করে যে গুরুদেব তো আরেকটা জিনিস শিখিয়েছিলেন, সেটা হচ্ছে জপমালা। তো ওটা কিভাবে ব্যবহার করা যায় বা আমি কি ব্যবহার শুরু করতে পারি? মানে এতদিন পর্যন্ত আমি ফিঙ্গার কাউন্টিংই করছিলাম।
Yes, I remember your last time question also. So I asked you 108 times if you do as per the Guru's instruction. Furthermore, whatever number of japa you do, you don't need to keep an account. That's what
that is clear. I know. Yes.
So even for 108 times, if your mind is not sitting properly, or you miss within 108 times, suppose you miss, for that japamala is used. If your Gurudev from whom you took initiation, is he living now? Your Gurudev, is he living now?
Oh, sorry, Sudeep, Krishna, you will have to unmute yourself. Krishna, you have to unmute yourself.
Hello?
আমি জিজ্ঞেস করলাম তোমার গুরুদেব এখনো আছেন তো?
হ্যাঁ, সুইতানন্দ, শ্রী সুইতানন্দজি মহারাজ আমার গুরু।
So best is মহারাজকে জিজ্ঞেস করা। If your Gurudev is living, then you approach your Gurudev and say, Maharaj, I am doing by finger, but I am not able to keep up the correct number. So can I use the Japamala? Can you please? You see, one devotee from Bangalore, recently Swami Sritanji Maharaj visited Bangalore. At that time, she said to him, She went to him, and then Maharaj himself brought out a mala and made it japa and gave her. So Maharaj, this mala. I don't know whether she has joined today. Yeah.
Okay. Maharaj, আরেকটা আমি জাস্ট মেডিটেশনের একটা যেটা গুড বেনিফিট আমি এই সপ্তাহে দেখেছি, মানে আগে যেমন বারবার ডিস্ট্রাক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছিলাম যে আমি ভুলে যাচ্ছি, আপনি যখন বলেন কিপ কন্টিনিউ, ঠিক আছে, আমি মেডিটেশন এতে করে আমি একটা জিনিস যেটা ফিল করেছি সেটা হচ্ছে যে মাইন্ডের যে ডাইভার্সন, মানে মানুষের মনে বিভিন্ন রকম টেনশন দুশ্চিন্তা এগুলো যত কম হয় তত কি হয় ওয়ার্ক পারফরমেন্স বা লাস্ট ডে অফ আউটপুট এটা আস্তে আস্তে বাড়তে থাকে। মানে আপনি যখন কাজ করছেন আপনার কাজের প্রতি এত বেশি ফোকাসটা বাড়তে থাকে যে আপনি ডে এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে আপনি নিজে ফিল করবেন যে আমি অন্য দিনের চেয়ে অনেক বেশি কাজ আরো করতে পারলাম। ইট ইজ লাইক টুয়ার্ডস দ্য গ্রোথ অর প্রোগ্রেস অলসো ইউ ক্যান টেল। এন্ড আরেকটা জিনিস আমি ফিল করেছি, যত বেশি কাজ করবেন ঠাকুর আরো তত বেশি কাজে আপনাকে যুক্ত করে দেবে। Yesterday I have smiled when I have meditated. God, what are you doing? When I'm feeling okay, I am completing my tasks. You are giving more and more tasks. So that is what I felt, that meditation, benefit of meditation, that is when I'm working anything, I'm not bothering the result, I'm not bothering any output and only any other obstacles or what the outside people are thinking. I also can concentrate fully that it is the task given by the God. That's why I'm breathing. So I have to focus on my task fully. So mind also it's not diverting. It's fully concentrating each and every task sincerely.
Wow, wonderful.
I felt my highest.
I have to give a clap to you.
That is my Guru's blessings and that is the God's blessing. What I feel that you
always feel that Guru's blessings. Yes.
That is you remove my obstacles and thinking, and I have keep continue my meditation. That's why that benefit I am getting.
Oh, very good. Well done, and I would wish and I would pray to Sri Ramakrishna to take you further in the spiritual progress. Yes, because these are all feathers, and one feather, two feather is not enough for the crown. It requires plenty of multiple feathers. Yes. Thank you.
That is the path towards going. It's a journey.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Any more questions, or we will have to let Maharaj take some rest now.
Maharaj, pranam. Don't think any more questions are there.
Okay, then let us close this with Om Shanti Shanti Rama Krishna. Thank you to everyone, and Durga Devi.
Pranam.